to the democracy fight in Turkey. They do not maintain any kind of agenda to start and develop relations with Turkish civil activists either. But you know, I don't want to blame my Turkish friend or diaspora Armenian. This is actually an issue in the core of the problem that we are dealing with. We have two sets of problems. One is truth and justice. And truth and justice actually has nothing to do with freedom of speech on democracy. Even in most democratic societies, we can have the problem of truth and justice, as here in the United States in case of Native Americans, or in France in case of Algeria, and so on and so forth. These are two different sets of questions. And you cannot solve one problem with the others. If Turkey can be free and democratic country, Turkey can still be dealing with the truth and justice. So these are two different sets of problems. And this is our issue, to unify this, because these issues cannot be separable because of how they established, how they set up Turkish state. This is the important part that we have to do. This is where Hrant Dink is important. His death has brought these two demands and these two worlds together. As long as Turkish civil society continue to perceive the diaspora and their demand for recognition of the genocide in a negative light and refuse to put the recognition on their agenda, and as long as the diaspora continues to view Turkey as a monolithic bloc with Turks and refuses to establish relations with Turkish civil activists who keep fighting for democracy and freedom and thought in Turkey, we will never be able to create a society that respects either democracy or human rights, nor will the truth and justice ever be attained. And without that, Hrant Dink's murderers will never be found and brought to justice. So, to bring it all together, here is what I see as an action plan. The political and social actors are changing. There are new players in the field, and their discourse is changing as well. So, we diaspora have to change our language, our conversational, conventional thinking. You know, there has been an old paradigm here in diaspora. It's very simple. There is a denialist Turkey. It is a homogeneous bloc. We have to win over US Congress, and this Congress should pressure Turkey on behalf so that we can get the recognition that we deserve. This approach falls short of addressing the issue as a whole under the new circumstances. There is a new locus of interest, one that we need to focus on, one that is far more important than American Congress. This is maybe where Trump. A place where our chances of reaching recognition of genocide is even better and ultimately more effective. It is the civil society of Turkey, it is the grassroots movement in Turkey. The discussion over the genocide will be one of the most important topics in Turkey in the coming months and years. So, the facade is cracking. The denialist policy is in a difficult position. They are actually indefensible. And we can play a role in toppling these denialist structures. My appeal to you is please be a part of this process. You can play an important role by developing new channels of communication and establishing relations with civil society. Many of you ask, and I can understand, why should I? You would say. You would continue. It was my family, my ancestors who were wrong. Why should I lift my finger to make my enemies understand what they did to us? You would think, are Turks deaf, dumb, and blind, as well as cruel? Many of you will say, Turks should talk to Turks. This is their own. I don't care. I only expect the recognition. Well, you might really think in that way, and I would like to remember, if you feel that way, just a century ago, the Armenians were the reformers of the Ottoman Empire. They were the grassroots movement of Ottoman Empire. They lost their struggle, in part because the powers and people inside and outside diaspora, great powers, took little interest in the Armenians' demands for civil liberties. The Armenian political losses, indeed their near extermination as a people, signified the death of democracy in Ottoman Empire and in Turkey today, and in the region for a very long period of time. Genocide killed actually the democratization process in the region. If we have a genuine interest today in the state of Armenia, if we care for the last existing state of Armenian survival, then we cannot afford to repeat, much less defend, the mistake of the past. We cannot sit idle while there's a serious struggle going on, not just for the sake of Turks and Turkey, but also for Armenia, for the region as a whole. Democratization and truth and recognition is a part of an overall process in the Middle East. We need to be part of moving the region along toward a positive end. I think this is the way to keep the legacy of Hrant Dink, to fight for recognition of genocide and to fight for the civil rights, liberties, and democracy in Turkey and in the Middle East. Thank you very much.